Good day to each and every one of us, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the third video presentation for Chapter 4 of the subject Introduction to Criminology. No? In the previous video, we have already talked about law. No? If a law was violated, the act is considered as a crime. So in the second video for Chapter 4, we have talked about crime. No? And so we have finished about law. No? And the second video is about crime. Ano naman ang tawag nyo doon po sa isang tao no, na nakakommit ng crime or nag-violate sa isang criminal law? Di ba? Ayan. So kapag ka meron bang nanaksak sa harap mo yung tao ba na yon ay masasabi mong criminal agad. Okay? Ayan. So ating pag-uusapan po yan dito po sa video presentation na ito. Okay? Kung ready ka na, then let us proceed to our main topic, which is all about criminal. Sino nga ba ang criminal? Diba? Okay. So who is a criminal? There are three major definitions of a criminal. Okay? Criminal can be legally defined. Okay? It is defined under our criminal law. We have also the social definition or sociological definition or the definition given by the society. We have also the psychological definition. If a crime have a legal definition, it has also a social definition, psychological definition, then as well as criminal. It has also legal, social, and psychological definition. Sino nga ba ang kriminal ayon po sa ating batas? Okay? So based on legal definition, ladies and gentlemen, criminal refers to a person, hindi po pwedeng kalabaw, hindi po pwedeng animal, hindi po pwedeng insekto ang criminal. No? Napakalinaw sabi dyan, it refers to a person. Okay? At ano ang ginawa niya? Bakit siya tinawag na criminal? Okay, so criminal refers to a person who committed a crime and has been finally convicted by a competent court for violation of criminal law. Okay? So it is very clear, no? It refers to a person who committed or omitted an act, of course, no? Or who committed a crime. Okay? So if a certain person have committed a crime, then he was finally convicted, no? By what? By a competent court for violation of criminal law. Then that's the time that you can state that a certain person is a criminal. Okay? So, pagka hindi pa siya convicted, mga kapatid, hindi pa siya considered as a criminal. Paano pagkakaka-aresto ng pulis? Nasa law enforcement pa lang siya. Kaka-aresto kasi nakita nila yung pong isang tao na naksak ng kapwa. Oh, isn't it that is a crime? Yes, but does that person was already convicted? The answer is no. So anong tawag pagka yung isang tao ay kakahuli ng pulis? Siya ay pinaghihinalaan pa lang. Suspect ang tawag sa kanya. Hindi po agad-agad criminal. No? Ayan. Then, kapag ka naman siya po ay nasampahan ng kaso sa prosecutor's office, ang tawag po ay respondent, hindi pa kriminal. Pagka nasampahan ng kaso sa korte, ang tawag sa kanya ay accused, akusado. Okay? After the person was already finally convicted by a competent court, no? Yan. Then that's the time that you can tell or say that the person is a criminal. So tandaan nyo, no? Criminal refers to a person committed a crime, no? And has been finally convicted by a competent court for violation of law. Yan po ang criminal. Ang kriminal ay tumutukoy po sa isang tao na nakagawa ng isang krimen at siya po ay nahatulan ng korte or karampatang korte nang walang bahid ng pag-aalinlangan dahil sa paglabag niya sa Kodigo Penal ng ating bansa. So that is a criminal. Meaning, if a certain person was not yet convicted, that person is not yet considered as a criminal. Okay? Yan. So ano naman po ang social definition ng criminal? Social definition or sociological definition, criminal refers to a person who violated a social norms or one who committed an antisocial act. Okay? So if a person violated the standards, norms and standards of the society, o yung kanyang ginawa'y taliwas doon po sa nakaugalian ng ating society, then that person can be considered as criminal based on social definition. So if a certain person have committed an antisocial act, okay, then that person can be considered as a criminal based from the perception of the society. So kung ang isang tao ay nakagawa ng isang act na hindi tugma doon po sa nakaugalian, then that person can be called as a criminal. Kaya nga sa mga madlang people, kung ang isang tao nakagawa ng isang bagay na taliwas doon po sa nakaugalian, doon po sa standards ng society na kanyang ginagalawan, then they classified him as a criminal. They called him as a criminal. Okay? Kaya kung madlang people, hindi po tapos ng kriminolohiya, at kung ang isang tao ay nakasakit ng kapwa, that is antisocial act, or against the society, an act which is against the society, nakagawa siya ng ganon, then that person is addressed by the society as a criminal. But legally, a certain person is not yet considered as criminal if that person is not yet convicted. Okay? Ayan. So, tatandaan po yun, So, legally defined, the person can be considered as a criminal if he or she have committed a crime and he was finally convicted by a competent court. But socially, if a certain person have violated a social norm or norms and standards of the society or committed an antisocial act or act which is detrimental to the society, then that person is called by the society as a criminal. Okay? Even if that person is not yet convicted. Yan, Yan ang difference ng social legal definition. Okay? Then, of course, we have also psychological definition. Criminal refers to a person who violated rules of conduct due to behavioral maladjustment. Okay? So, yung pa rin ang sa psychological, dahil doon po sa hindi po magandang behavior, So, yung pong behavior niya na taliwas doon po sa kung ano ang tama, ay siya po ay pwedeng tawaging criminal. Okay? So, he violated rules of conduct, okay? Rules and regulation because of his behavioral maladjustment. Okay? So, meron siyang tama sa pag-iisip, Kaya po siya naka-violate ng rules and regulation. Kumbaga, hindi tama yung kanyang pag-iisip at yun ay makikita sa kanyang pag-uugali. Okay? So those are the three general definitions or three definitions of criminal. Okay? And of course, because we are studying criminology course, then the main focus, of our definition is, of course, based on legal definition. The definition which is based from laws or based from the statutes. Okay? Ayan. But for the information of everybody, that's why we have discussed with the social definition. Para maintindihan nyo, kaya pala, nung yung aming kapitbahay ay nakagawa ng krimen, sapon ng tatay ko, siya'y criminal. Diba? Kasi yan po yung social definition. Ng kriminal, na pagka nakagawa ng isang tao ng isang bagay na nakakasakit sa kanyang kapwa, that person is addressed by the society as a criminal. Okay? Aba, yung isang kapitbahay namin na iba yung kanyang pag-uugali at na-violate niya yung barangay rules, then in-address ng tatay ko as a criminal. That is psychological definition. Diba? Nung nahuli lang ng pulis, sabi nila, criminal na ba agad? The answer is no. based on legal definition, social definition, yes, but legally, no. Why? Criminal refers to a person who was finally convicted by a competent court for violation of criminal law. That is the legal definition. Okay? Yan. So legally, we can only define criminal, or we can only address a person as a criminal if that person was already finally convicted. Hindi na pwedeng mag-apila. Okay? Yan. Now, let's proceed to the next topic, which is the classification of criminals. Ano nga ba yung iba't ibang klase ng criminal? Okay? Meron pong classification ang criminal. Kung ang krimen ay meron pong classification, ganun din po ang criminal. Okay? So we have classification of criminal based on etiology or based on causes of the crime. We have also based on behavioral system, sa kanilang behavior, paano sila gumalaw. Based on activities, no, that is self-explanatory, no, base sa kanilang mga ginagawang aktibidades. Based on mental attitudes, no, and last but not the least, classification of criminals based from the revised penal code of the Philippines. Okay? So ano-ano ang klase ng criminal base sa etiology? We have acute criminals in chronic criminals. Okay, ano nga ba ang acute criminals? Acute criminals are those criminals, no, who commit crimes due to impulses of moment, fit of passion or anger or spell of extreme jealousy. For example, nakita ng isang tao yung kanyang asawa na may pumapatong na iba at bumobomba-bomba pa. Kaya hindi niya napigilan ang kanyang sarili dahil sa kanyang sobrang galit. Abay, napatay niya yung buong pumapatong sa kanyang asawa, ganun din sa kanya or yung kanyang asawa. Okay, so he committed the crime because of anger, because of impulses of the moment. Okay, dahil nabigla siya, acute criminal. Ano? Ayan. O kaya nakita nung isang tao, yung isang babaeng nakahubad, hindi niya napigilan yung kanyang libog, no? Is the time wherein he committed a rape, no? Ginahasa niya yung tao, that is also acute criminal. No? How about chronic criminal? Chronic criminal, they are those who acted in consonance with deliberate thinking. O talagang yung po ay kanilang pinag-isipan yung paggawa ng krimen. Okay? Kumbaga ito'y intentional at ito po ay continuous yung paggawa ng krimen. Okay? Committing crime is already his or her activity. Yan po ang chronic criminal. Tulad ng mga magnanakaw, tulad ng mga serial rapists, serial killer, and so on. Okay? Then we have also, based on behavioral system, we have ordinary, organized, and professional. Ordinary criminals are the lowest form in criminal career. Kaya nga ordinaryo lang, no? They are engaged only on conventional crimes or common or traditional crimes that require limited skill. They lack organization to help them avoid arrest and conviction. Okay? So, ordinaryo lang, no? Yan, hindi po siya kasama sa isang grupo, no? Yung kanyang paggawa ng krimen ay hindi ganoon kaorganisa. Maraming ebidensyang naiiwan. Yan. So, ordinary criminals. We have organized criminals. Pertains to those criminals who have high degree of organization. Organisado ang galaw, no? To enable them to commit crimes. For example, 1 second, natatanggal na yung alarm ng kotse, mga karnaper, di ba? So they have high degree of organization and enable them to commit crimes without being detected. With specialized criminal activities operated in large scale. Okay, so napakagagaling, di ba? Organisado, planado lahat ng galaw. Ito po ay organized criminals. How about professional criminal? When I say professional, that is already their profession. Doon na sila kumikita. No? So, professional criminals are highly skilled and able to obtain considerable amount of money without being detected due to organization and contact with professional criminals. Okay, itong mga professional criminals, no? Ito yung mga kasama sa tinatawag nating organized criminal syndicates, no? Or organized criminal groups. Okay? Ayan. So, these are highly skilled, mataas yung antas or level ng kanilang kaalaman tungkol sa paggawa ng krimen. Okay? To obtain considerable amount of money. Like for example po ay yung pong members of Pink Panthers. Okay? So, i-research niyo po kung ano ang Pink Panthers. No? Ha? Talagang organisado yung kanilang paggawa ng krimen. So, napanood niyo yung Fast and Furious. Ha? So, those are professional criminals. Okay? Doon sa kanilang movie. So, those are the three types of criminals, no? Based from behavioral system or based from their behavior. And of course, pagka nag-imbestiga ka, ordinary criminals, maraming ebidensya na naiiwan. Professional criminals, halos malinis. No? O, malinis yung pagkakagawa ng krimen. Professional, no? Saglit lang isinagawa yung krimen. Diba? Yan. Then we have classification of criminals based on activities. No? We have accidental criminals. They commit criminal acts as a result of anticipated circumstances. Aksidente lamang, no? Dahil sa oportunidad na andun na. Kaya po sila nakagawa ng krimen. Diba? Yan. Then we have situational criminals. They are not actually criminals but commit crimes due to given situation. Sometimes their criminal activities are intermixed with legitimate activities. Criminals by accident, no? Like for example, yung pong mga driver kung saan ay hindi po kumagat yung preno, kaya po nakapatay, di ba? Accidental criminals yung mga yon, tama? Hindi naman po inaasahan yung pangyayari eh. Ang kaso nga lang, may sinasabi yung batas na bago magmaneho, dapat check mo yung sasakyan. Pag nakapatay ka, meron kang omission. Meron kang inaction na ginawa, kaya po nangyari yun. No? That's why you are called as accidental criminal. Yan. So, yung pong because of situation nakagawa ng isang krimen, okay, nagtatrabaho ka, tapos meron pong sitwasyon na kung saan ay kailangan mo lang na mag-force ng signature. Ayan, kalakip ng iyong trabaho. That's why you have committed a certain crime. That's why you have falsified a document. Situational criminal. Okay? You became a criminal because of a certain situation. No? Then we have habitual. Habit. From the word habit. No? So yan po yung nakaugalian mo na gumawa ng krimen. Okay? Habitual criminal, they continue to commit criminal acts for diverse or for different reasons due to deficiency of intelligence and lack of self-control. So hindi mo na makontrol yung sarili mo, okay? Making crime is already your habit. Ayan po yung nakaugalian mo na. Lagi mo nang ginagawa. Okay? So that is habitual. We have those three types of criminals based on activities. Okay? Based on mental attitudes, kanilang pag-iisip, we have active criminals. Those who commit crimes in impulsive manner, usually due to aggressive behavior, kaya nga sinabing active, no? As shown in their crimes of passion, resentment, or revenge. Okay? So, talagang active, no? Yung criminal, sobrang harsh, kumbaga. Ayan, no? Active. No? Aggressive. Okay? Then we have passive inadequate criminals. Those criminals who commit crimes because they are pushed to do it. Mga nakagawa ng krimen dahil sila po ay napilitan lamang. Okay? Pwedeng by inducement. Okay? We have reward or promise. Like for example, hitman, yung mga hard killers, they commit crime because of reward, no? Without considering the consequences. So they are called as passive inadequate criminals. Passive. Binigay yung trabaho, kinuha nila dahil sa reward, gusto nila gawin yung krimen. So that is passive inadequate criminal. Then we have socialized delinquents. those criminals who become criminals on account of some situation they are involved. Okay? These are maybe professionals. No? They are highly socialized. Okay? Nakikipag-socialize sa mga tao. Yan. They commit crime because of a certain situation wherein they are involved. Okay? Like for example, yung pong ating mga corrupt public officials, mga senators, congressmen, they are social delinquent criminals. Okay? Yan, they are highly socialized actually. Okay, so those are the types of criminals based on mental attitudes. We have also classification of criminals based from the revised penal code of the Philippines. We have recidivists, quasi-recidivists, and habitual delinquent. And this is very important to know because these are also basis in granting parole, no, probation, basis of imposing the penalty. So ito po importante. Sino nga ba ang recidivist? Sino ang quasi-recidivist? At sino ang habitual delinquent? No? O recidivist, ladies and gentlemen, refers to one who, at the time of his trial, ibig sabihin, didinggin pa lang ang kanyang kaso, okay, for one crime, shall have been previously convicted by final judgment of another crime embraced in the same title of revised penal code. Okay? Meron siyang bagong kakaharaping kaso, didinggin pa lang yung isa, pero siya pala ay convicted na doon pa sa isa pang krimen. Like for example, nakakommit na siya ng murder pala, no? Convicted na siya, plus may didinggin pa ulit na kanyang kaso na parehas yung kanyang title. Embrace in the same title, meaning pagka crimes against property, crimes against property. Pagka crimes against person, nakapatay siya nung una, convicted na siya, habang dinidinig yung isa pang kaso niya, abay meron pa siyang isa pang kaso nakakatapos lang kung saan convicted na siya. Previously convicted, no? By final judgment of another crime. Ibig sabihin, pangalawang krimen na yung kanyang kinakaharap sa kasalukuyan. Okay? Yan. Quasi-recidivist pertains to one person who commit another crime after having been convicted by final judgment of a crime falling under either the revised penal code or a special law before beginning to serve such sentence or while serving the sentence. Okay? So, paano po ito, no? O nakakomit ng isang krimen habang kanyang binubuno yung kanyang sentensya sa loob ng kulungan. Di ba? So, andun na siya sa loob ng kulungan, nakagawa ng krimen. O quasi-recidivist. Okay? So, one who commit another crime after having been convicted by final judgment of a crime falling either revised penal code or special law. Okay, so tatandaan yung pagkaiba sa recidivist, kailangan same title. Kung crimes against person yung nauna, ganun din sa pangalawa. No, yung isang kaso, didinggin pala. Ito, pagkatapos niyang makonvict, habang nasa loob ng kulungan, nakagawa pa ulit ng krimen. So that is quasi-recidivist. Okay? How about habitual delinquent? Habitual delinquent pertains to one who within a period of 10 years from the date of his release of last conviction, nakawala, nakalabas na, tapos na yung sentensya niya nung una, di ba? Within 10 years, nakagawa ulit ng krimen tulad ng less serious physical injuries or serious robbery, estafa, falsification, found guilty of any said crimes for the third time or either. Ayun po yung habitual delinquent. So anong pagkakaiba? Tandaan nyo, no? Sa recidivist, dapat embrace sa same title. Habang dinidinig yung kaso niya, meron pala siyang nauna pang kaso na kung saan convicted na siya. Okay? Embrace in the same title. Pagka quasi-recidivist naman, no? Ay habang binubuno ang sentensya, nakakomit pa ng isa pang krimen. Okay? While serving the sentence, quasi-recidivist. Pero pagka meron na yung yung pong mga specific crime tulad ng physical injuries, di ba? So nakalabas na yung tao, pagkatapos nakakommit na ng krimen sa labas within 10 years from the date of last release, habitual delinquent na po yan. Okay? So para lang mas madali ninyong ma-recall, ano nga ba ang recidivist, di ba? So habang dinidinig yung kanyang isang kaso, ay convicted pa sa isang kaso. Okay? Ganon. Embrace in the same title of the revised penal code. Quasi recidivist, basta meron siyang kaso either nasa revised penal code or nasa special law, basta nakagawa ng krimen habang binubuno or habang pinupuno yung sentensya niya, no? Sineserve yung sentence niya, no? Yan. So, yun po yung different types of criminals, ladies and gentlemen, no? Yan. And sa chapter 4, ating i-discuss kung ano po yung criminal justice, okay? Or yung criminal justice system dito po sa Pilipinas. You know? So, hintayin nyo, no? Yung pong ating video presentation for Chapter 4, Lesson 4 of the subject Introduction to Criminology. At sana po ay meron po kayong natutunan doon po sa ating presentation about criminal. No? So who is a criminal? Based on legal definition, social definition, and we have psychological definition and what are the different types of criminals. Okay? So maraming salamat sa inyong malangkawang pagkinig at sana po ay meron po kayong natutunan. At kung meron kayong natutunan, huwag kalimutang pindutin yung pong subscribe button at pindutin nyo na rin yung bell button. Click yung all para ma-update kayo kung meron pong bago videos. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyong malangkawang pagkikinig. Ito po ang inyong abang lingkod, Sammy Bingwasan Story. Thank you and God bless you all.